What's going on, my peoples? It is Tuesday evening, guys. Tuesday evening, February 6th, I believe. Yeah, February 6th. And almost 8 o'clock, guys. Almost 8 o'clock here in H-Town, Houston, Texas, that is. And, man, last night was okay night. I finished the night, I think it was 192. And was heading to the house from Bush Continental. Basically, just to give you guys an idea what I'm talking about. Right here where it says Pearland, that's where I live. And I was coming from up here. I was coming from Intercontinental Airport. And, yeah, right there, George Bush. And dropping off Matthias. That one was paying, I think it was like $50. And soon as I left there, and I had to be home. I had to be home early this morning. My wife had a doctor's appointment, and she moved it from tomorrow to this morning, because tomorrow we're heading out to San Antonio because my son has his first collegiate baseball game tomorrow. So I guess she didn't think about it at the time when she had scheduled her doctor's appointment, so we had moved it. So I had to be home like around 7 o'clock. Man, but you know what? I finished the night at 192, but as soon as I left George Bush, I got a ping from right here, guys. Where's Denton? Denton is right here in the corner, right there, Dayton. Basically, it's like maybe like 40 minutes shooting across, up 90. Paying, and this one was paying $78, guys. And I know you're probably saying, well, $78, whatever. But you know what? I would have picked it up, Dayton, because you know where it was going? It was going right here. Down the street, literally down the street off Reed Road. Okay, off Reed Road, close to my house. And that would have made my night very, very successful for the night that I got. I would have risked taking that little short trip going up 90 to Dayton, picking up that passenger. It was an Uber X, guys. It was an Uber X. It wasn't no XL or Comfort, anything like that. It was just an Uber X. So it was probably either someone going to work or coming back home or going somewhere where they just needed to go. And it was, you know, when I saw Reed Road, I was like, oh, my Lord. Right there, man. It was right there. But you know what, man? And the passenger that I dropped off this morning, I dropped them off at about 5:15. Yeah, you know, there is no way, man. So, you know, 192 was my numbers for last night. But you know what? Win some, lose some. They can't all be, you know, diamonds in the rough or you know, a needle in the haystack, so to speak. But you know what? It was an opportunity that was given to me, but eventually, you know, obviously I couldn't take it. So you know what? I do appreciate the four winds or the gods up in the sky, or so to speak, for giving me the opportunity, but I wasn't able to take it. So, but you know what, guys? You know, tonight's a different night. Tonight is Tuesday night, and let's see what we have in the wallets. Okay, in the wallet we have 155. As like I said, 192 was my final number, and then 36 on Lyft. So yeah, so that's what we have in the boxes, guys. So let me go ahead and note that down. 155, and I'm listening to Hector, man. Hector has a live feed going on right now. So obviously, when you guys see my video, his live feed will be over. But yeah, it's good to see that he's up and running over there in Chi-Town, and I wish him nothing but the best. But you know what, guys, man, they're doing an awesome challenge from what I understand. A 3-day challenge, I think it is called, 3-day 20-hour challenge. I'm not really sure. I just got the you know, how can I say, the 411 just now. So yeah, but you know what, obviously, guys, there was no way I could have joined in if they asked me to, because tomorrow night I'm not running, because I'm gonna be coming in late from San Antonio, because my son has 2 games tomorrow, one at 1, and the second one's going to be following the first one. So, and it's 3 hours from San Antonio to Pearland. So give and take, I probably will be home around 11, if not maybe midnight. So rather than to rush home and jump in the car and turn on the apps, whatever, it might be a little bit too much, man. But you know what? It is what it is, guys. You know, family first. It is what it is. And you know what? This damn mosquito is still in my freaking car. And it's gonna irritate me, guys. It's, you know, if this damn thing stays in my car, it's gonna irritate me, you know. But you know what, guys? Oh well. So let me go ahead and turn on the apps, guys. And just to let you guys know, my car is on full. Gas here is at 380. I get it for 269. What did I say, 380? Because I was looking at the diesel prices. The diesel, the gas price is 279, and I get it with my discount or my cash back for 264. So, but yeah, we're online, guys. All my boxes are checked on. My trip meter is set down to 0. It's 8 o'clock, 8:03 on the dial. Dude, I'm ready to rock and roll. Got to be careful. I'm going to try a different approach tonight. I'm going to try and get some... yesterday, guys, when I mentioned something about ripples in the water, okay, casting that first stone, your night somewhat starts out where you start your first ride, if that makes sense, okay? Like Sunday night, I picked up that one ride. I was going to Galveston, okay? And I spent a lot of time in Galveston area, and then I came out to Lamarck, and I stayed around this general area, okay? There's times where I'll pick up around here where I'm at, and then I'll go into downtown Houston, fiddle around Houston, and start going either up north or down to the southeast side, But sometimes, guys, it's Pearland. You know what? You know me, guys. When I start my night, I do not go back into Pearland, especially off Main Road. But let's see what Lyft has to say. 6 Monroe, Airport Monroe. Oh, they're going to the airport. It might be kind of risky, guys. It might be kind of risky because there might be a long line to get into the airport. So, but you know what? I should have taken it, guys, because you know what? Because when you drop off an airport passenger, you automatically get put in front of the line to pick up a passenger. So, man, you know what? I didn't think about that. But you know what? Yeah. So when you pick up when you drop off a passenger, okay, going to the airport, you automatically get pushed to the front of the queue or front of the line, and you can just drive in circles until you get a ping, okay? Because I see a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers, man. They just drive in circles, rather than just to go to the queue. Because sometimes, guys, when you go to the queue, by the time you get there, you get a ping. So then you have to turn around and go back. So best bet is basically just a lollygag. I even see some people just kind of pull off to the side and roll the dice on basically just putting it off to the side. So, but yeah, guys, Hector and some other drivers are doing that 3-day challenge, man. I wish them the best. That is fun, guys. To get other drivers involved. It just kind of motivates you to do more. And basically just to do more and to push yourself. Sometimes basically you need that little motivation outside your box, so to speak. So, but yeah, I wish them the best. But you know what, guys, I don't think I would have been able to join it if they asked me to do it, because like I said, there's that freaking mosquito again. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to push him out the window. But yeah, ripples in the water, guys. Ripples in the water. It all depends on how you cast that first stone, because then it sets up a kind of like ripple effect. Because then you start getting all these rides that are in your general area. So yeah, some people don't like to start in certain areas. Some people do, and whatever. Whatever works in your benefit, guys. Whatever tactics work for you. By all means, have at it, man. Good luck. Because we're all brothers and sisters out here trying to do our best, trying to put food on the table. Like I said, clothes on our back and a roof over our heads. So, and it just ills me to think that, there's still haters out there, guys. There's still haters out there thinking that we're wasting our time, we're taking advantage. You know what, guys? If it works for you, guys, then have at it, man. Full speed ahead, and wish you the best. So, but you know what, guys? Like I said numerous times, rather than me ramble on, let me go ahead and shut you guys off. I'll let you guys know when I drop off that first passenger. It's 8:07. Got a couple of pings, something I didn't like, or some that I didn't like, one that I should have taken. But you know what? It is what it is. We learn from our mistakes. And let me go ahead and shut you guys off, and I'll let you guys know when I drop off that first passenger. Peace out. All right, guys. I got this long trip. Well, it's not really a long trip. It's saying it's about 36 miles. AMF Bowling. Oh, you know where this place? I know where this place is at. And it's paying $35.66. But you know what, man? Where are all these people, man? Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? Come on, peoples. Where are you at? I am here. Waiting for Rashad. And you know what? And this is AMF Bowling. That's going to be up there by 290. It's going to be walking to the front. Okay, sounds good. Because I don't want to lose this one. Okay. Because that's going to be, that's up here. 290. Right here. Right here. Bingo. A little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. Fairbanks, North Houston. Yep, it's going to be right here. In this general area. Yeah. Just shy outside Houston, guys, which is going to probably be a good one because then I can get something coming back out. But just waiting for this peeps, man. Just waiting for these peeps. And yeah, $36, man. Just a straight shot across Houston. Ain't no biggie. But you know what, man? I don't even see no body moving, man. No indication on someone moving towards us or towards me. Unless someone else scheduled a ride for them, you know, because then it's not going to pick up the person. But it is a XL, and so I'm assuming it's going to be a couple of people going to the bowling alley at 8:22, and so they're walking to the front, but I don't see anybody yet. So anyways, I'll let you guys know when I drop them off, if I even pick them up. So all right, guys, Raymond, I believe that was his name. Raymond is dropped off, and now I'm gonna go pick up Miriam and take her where she needs to go. This one is paying just under $8, so $37 in the pike or in the wallet, and then we add Miriam's $7. Yeah. Quick start.
Take a slight left, then turn right.
And but I think, let me stop real quick, because I think Mr. Raymond dropped something in the back seat. Either he dropped something in the back seat or trash is in the back seat, and I don't like trash in the back seat. So let me clean it up real quick.
Turn right.
You left the charger. Alright, guys, Miriam is dropped off. Picked her up at LA Fitness. She was gonna work out in, and very young, attractive, nice, well-speaking young lady, and she's from Cuba. She's been here for about 10 years, and notice when she got it, not 10 years, 10 months.
In 250 feet, turn right on Lost Eagle Drive, then turn right on Silver City Drive.
I can tell her English wasn't that very good, so I flipped the switch and started talking to her in Spanish. And it's crazy how when you start talking
in 600 feet, turn right on Silver City Drive, then turn left on Roundup Lane.
When I start talking to people in Spanish, when they're struggling talking to English, they're like, oh, like, hey, slow down. But no, she's been here for about 10 months, and
in 250 feet, turn left on Roundup Lane, then turn left on West Road.
To school at U of H. She wants to be a nurse, and but to be honest with you guys, yeah, if I had a nurse like that,
in 400 feet, turn left on West Road.
My heart would be beating, because some of the nurses I see across are, oof, man, looks like their times are up. But anyways, yeah, Miriam was a very nice young lady, and wish her nothing but the best in her schooling and stuff. So, but yeah, she's from Cuba, and I noticed her English was just a little bit tad tight. And so then I started talking to her in Spanish, and then she was like, oh, and she started asking me about some here and how long I've been here.
In 1.3 miles, take a sharp left on West Sam Houston Parkway North.
And I was like, well, here in Texas or here overall? And she's like, overall. And I was like, well, I'm originally from the United States. I was born here. And she asked me where my parents were from. I get that a lot. Where are your parents from? It's like, no, my parents are here from, they're from here also, But yeah, you'd be amazed. I think Houston has, I want to say it's in the top 3 of diverse cities in the country, next to LA, and I want to say, which is the other one? Houston, LA, and there's one more, because I remember hearing it somewhere, that Houston is the most diverse, top 3 diverse cities. I know it's not Miami. I know it's not Chicago. I know it's not Atlanta. Honestly, I can't remember which one it is. I know some of you guys are probably thinking New York, but New York is one of them, but it's not in the top 3. I know LA was 1, Houston was 2, and I can't remember who the third one was. But anyways, yeah, this one came in right before I was about to drop off Marion, and it's picking up JC and taking him to Grisby Road. Grisby Road, if I remember correctly, is going to be downtown. So, but anyways, yeah, let me go pick up JC and take him where he needs to go. Peace out. All right, JC is dropped off, and she was getting off work, and she's a computer analyst, and she's very excited. And her girlfriend of 10 years is coming home for the weekend. We have Mardi Gras this weekend, guys. We have Mardi Gras this weekend, and then next Tuesday will be Fat Tuesday. And yeah, we have Mardi Gras coming in, and they're gonna go celebrate Mardi Gras. And she's in LA right now. Funny to think, that's what I was talking about earlier. But they haven't seen each other. They haven't seen each other in almost a year and a half. Because apparently their jobs are very demanding, and her girlfriend just had no choice, but had a good opportunity. But yeah, so JC is very excited, and for her girlfriend to come home this weekend, and that's cool. Yeah, happy for them. You can tell they have a positive. You can tell they have a positive relationship. They're giggling and stuff like that on the phone, but she had to get out the phone. But anyways, I'm gonna go to this little gas station, use the restroom real quick, and man, I noticed since I drink more water other than soda, man, I have to pee more, which is kind of crazy, you think? But yeah, I'm gonna run into this little Shell station, get something to get something to eat real quick, or at least get a Snickers bar, and to hold me over for later tonight, and then go about it that way. So, but yeah, so let me go ahead and run in real quick, use the restroom, and I'll let you guys know when I pick up my next passenger. Peace out. All right, guys, back on the iPad, and actually, after I dropped off JC, as you guys know, I ran into the convenience store to use the restroom and whatnot, and I turned off the apps on my iPad, and I because you can't run your app, your Uber app or your Lyft app, you can't run, especially Uber. I've never tried it on the Lyft, but on the Uber app, you can't have 2 devices running at the same time. All right, it will say that obviously there's another device running. You have to log out before you can log back in. So anyways, so when I ran into the restroom, I got offline on both Lyft and Uber on the iPad, and I went ahead and opened it up on my phone. So when I go into the restroom, or I'm in the store, if I get any nice fares coming across, I can go ahead and accept them, So when I went out to the car after I came from the store, I received a nice fare, and it was a Uber XL, and picking up pretty close where I was, and I think I was paying maybe $15, I think, if I remember correctly, and it was five Scottish guys. They're in town. They've been in town for about 2 weeks. They leave Thursday back to Scotland, and I was speaking to one of the gentlemen up front, Seeger, which is basically the person that had requested the ride. For the life of me, I could not understand one bit of this gentleman's conversation. His accent was so okay. There's a guy. His accent was so thick, and I wasn't able to. I mean, I made out partial of what he was telling me. He was telling me about our city, how it's so big. He was telling me he's from a small town in Scotland. I mean, needless to say, guys, I couldn't understand one bit this guy was talking about, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I went ahead and then after that, I wanted to go ahead and just close the app on my phone, because I was running it off the phone. All right. So I wanted to get off the phone and go back on the iPad, but as soon as I was about to drop off Seeger, I got Daniel. So then I got another ride. And so then just finished dropping off Daniel, and yeah, that's what I just did. So now I'm back on my iPad. So I don't like running it off my phone because obviously the screen is too small, and as bad it is, I already have bad eyesight. I have to use glasses only when I read. Okay, not when I'm driving around or anything like that, but only when I read. But anyways, hold on, guys. Let me get something to eat real quick. Alright, guys, just finished dropping off Elio. Elio is from the Caribbeans. Very nice, attractive lady. She's going to go out and meet some friends for some drinks. And yeah, almost happened to me again, guys. Almost happened to me again. She lives in a gated community, and when I got there, I had the address. I just didn't have her apartment,
Using the left 2 lanes, keep left.
Her apartment number. And the lady at the front desk, she's like, well, who you with? And I was like, well, I drive for Uber and Lyft. She's okay, well, do you know what apartment number? And I was like, well, no, I just know she lives on Treehouse Lane. And long story short, I finally got in touch with Elio, and she sent me her apartment number. But yeah, man, again,
In a quarter mile, keep left onto Houston Avenue using the left lane.
I wish Uber and Lyft, had, when a passenger schedules a ride, go through the whole profile to where, is it a house, apartment,
keep left onto Houston Avenue.
Gated community, or whatever you want to call it, and then so they can go ahead and put in
a quarter mile, keep left on Houston Avenue.
To go ahead and put in the required information, as in gated community, any specific details. I mean, some people do give me details, as in like, hey, when you turn in, go down.
Keep left on Houston Avenue.
But vital information, as in like apartment numbers, if it's going to be a gated community.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Washington Avenue using the left lane.
And definitely if there's going to be, gate codes, because sometimes they don't let us know what the gate code is, and then we are fumbling around asking them, hey, what is the gate code to get into your area? So, but yeah, so now I'm gonna go pick up Matt. This one's paying $15. But yeah, I had a nice conversation with Elio. Like I said, she reminded me, if you guys remember Thelma from Good Times, yeah, she reminded me like Thelma from Good Times. She had remember when Thelma had that scarf around her head, and but yeah, she looked just like her. Attractive lady, very nice, and she's like I said, she's originally from the Caribbeans, and
turn left on Washington Avenue.
Yeah, we're talking about Napa Valley, because she's going there not this weekend, but next weekend. And I was like, I've been there before. Actually, I'm originally from the Bay Area. and I told her that me and my wife went to Napa Valley a couple years back when my cousin got married, and we made a family day trip. Me and my cousins, and went to Fisherman's Wharf. We didn't get to go see Alcatraz. Alcatraz was closed. They didn't have any tours that day. We ate at Bubba Gump's, and what else? We went to Lombard Street. My sister and my wife, we rented a Hummer, okay, when we were there, and my wife and my sister, they went down Lombard Street, and which is one of the windingest road in America, okay, and I stood at the bottom of the hill taking pictures as they, basically it was just a time for my sister and my wife to bond a little bit, and but yeah. So other than that, guys, yeah, I'm about to go pick up Matt, take him where he needs to go. Hopefully keep on. I'm cutting the night kind of short, guys. So far, then again, it's still early. It's only 11:30. But every, maybe 2 reserve schedule rides have come through, not paying high. It was like around $18, but those were like middle of the night reservations, The ones I normally take is like around 4 o'clock in the morning, paying like $50, stuff like that. So. But I don't know if I want to stay out that late because, like I said, we have to leave. We have to leave the
Just
house
ahead, turn right.
no later than 8 o'clock because we're gonna hit traffic, and from Houston to San Antonio is 3 hours. That will put us in around.
Turn right.
That will put us in around. I gotta turn in here, guys. Gotta turn in here. That'll put us in around 12:30, and my son's first game's at
Turn left,
1.
then pick up.
But let me go around the corner and pick up Matt, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, my peoples. Matt is dropped off, and man, he was asking questions after questions after question, asking me if he was asking some. He was asking, and I'm pretty sure we get these types of questions because we interface with all walks of life on passengers and stuff like that. But he was asking like, have you ever come across passengers that get naked in the back? And he was intoxicated. He was drunk. He was feeling it. And he seemed like a professional man. And where I dropped him off looks like a pretty nice neighborhood. But he was more interested on knowing if I had customers getting it on in the back. Have I been offered sexual advances or whatever you want to call it, or have I ever had any drug dealers or things of that nature. And I'm like, well, I'll be honest with you, man, I've had some crazy people in my car, I'm not gonna lie, and also I've been fortunate not to have anybody in my car that's going to be an issue to where I had to pull over and let them out, but he was like, no, he goes, I want to know the juicy stuff, man. He goes, have you ever had anybody in the back just get it on? I'll be honest with you, I didn't share anything with him, to that manner with him, because I didn't want him to, or I didn't want it to lead to something else. But let's just say this, guys, I've had 1 or 2, I know 1 for sure, that, I was almost on the verge to where, hey, you guys need to stop that, let's just say it involved 2 Asian girls. And it was during Halloween weekend, let's just leave it at that. So, in fact, let me see what I have here. Opportunity. Oh, this is that second one that came in. It's only $15. Deerwood, going in, Deer Park. But yeah. So yeah, he was more interested on like the juicy stuff, man. I was like, dude, I don't know what to tell you, but I've only been doing this for a handful of months, and I've had some issues, but nothing major. I've had people approach my car, and turns out that they weren't the person that was in the picture. It turned out to be it was a man that was a cross-dresser. I told him a little bit of stuff. I guess he wants to like see how this side of the spectrum lives, if that's such a thing. So, but yeah. So let me go down the street, guys. Go down the street and pull over to the side and wait for my next trip, and I'll let you guys know when that happens. Peace out. All right, guys, that was C, and lady picked her up at the hospital, and apparently she got some bad news. started off, she has kidney stones, and then she has a cyst on one of her ovaries, which basically she has a. And she came out and told me, that her boyfriend gave her an STD. I mean, I know it's not a funny thing to laugh, but the way she said it, which goes back again. We're like psychiatrists, guys. We're psychiatrists. Some of these people just vent to us, And attractive girl, thin, blonde. Her name is Christy, but things at sea. And but she just like, I knew he was cheating on me, and she was just going on and on about the guy that she was dating, that she's not dating with him anymore. But she was saying that the doctor didn't want to give her anything for to pass the stone, but then they found out that she had a cyst on one of her ovaries. It turns out to be basically an STD, and that it's also can be very dangerous because the size of it. She said the size of a tangerine, which is pretty big, man. If you really think about the size of a tangerine, tangerine, you're looking at what, maybe like the size of a racquetball, smaller than a tennis ball. Yeah, so so hope everything works out, because she said she's gonna go and schedule an appointment with her regular doctor, because this one, she says, hurts her to pee, hurts her to sometimes get up in the morning, that her back hurts and stuff like that. She goes, hence because she has kidney stones. Man, but you'd be surprised, at least the ones that I come in contact with. And remember, I told you guys I like to talk to all my passengers if they want to talk, whatever. But some of these passengers, man, we're like psychiatrists. We're like shrinks. We're like shrinks out here. They'll tell us everything. They'll vent to us and give us the whole 411 on their lifestyle and their. Guys, honestly, in the past 8 months that I've been on this app, I've heard a lot of crazy stories. So yeah. So with that being said, my peoples, there is a opportunity. And when I was listening to Hector's live feed earlier today, he was saying that his airport rides, are not. Well, shit, that's not there anymore. They're not like around the $40-$50. His rides that he sees come across are like around $30 plus. If I heard him correctly. Here, man, honestly, our rides, are around 45 plus. Okay. I've had a couple of 50s. Definitely had a couple of 60s. But usually they're around $45. $45. Now I don't know how Uber, because I don't see them come through Lyft. Now I understand there's a place where you can see if there's anything scheduled. Okay. Schedule rides. But the ones I normally see, it's going to be off Uber, but the ones I do see come across are going to be like around $45 plus. And the one that I picked up in Fulshear, I want to say it was the Asian people that came in right around Christmas time. They were going to San Francisco, I think it was. That one was like $60. That's the one that came up late on the board. Let me see. I'm not sure if I'm going the right way. Unfortunately, if anything comes past 4 o'clock, guys, I won't be able to take them. Because like I said, we want to leave early in the morning, head out to San Antonio. We want to leave no later than 8 o'clock because we are going to catch some traffic. I already told my wife I don't want to leave anytime past 8:30, because I don't want to get there. Our son's first baseball game, collegiate baseball game, and here we are running late. Now the reason why we have to leave at 8 o'clock is because we have to drop off our godson at school. Okay, which basically still kind of chapped my hive, because we told my sister-in-law, weeks ago, hey, can then you get someone else to drop them off. It's not back, so now we're obligated, to take them. Okay. So yeah. So I already told my wife, if this hinders us, next time, because he plays every Wednesday, which basically me doing this, allows me to do that. When I was over the road, no, it would have been very difficult for me to find loads, to get there and whatnot. So, but anyways, guys, let me go down the road and wait for my next trip. Hopefully it comes up pretty soon, and go about it that way. Talk to you guys later. All right, guys, just dropped off Alejandra, and man, looks like she was kind of in a bad mood. Where she was talking to her on the phone, I don't know. Some people just have a piss poor way in looking at things. It seemed like Alejandra was one of those people that just, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's 1 o'clock, guys. 1 o'clock in the morning. Let me make a U-turn because I'm gonna go out the same way I came into this little neighborhood and head that out. So maybe I might get a schedule right here pretty soon because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we'll see if it works out. You never know. Like I said, I don't plan out to be. Well, maybe she was in a good mood. She gave me a. Well, to be honest with you, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. It was Guillermo's guest, and I don't know. Maybe she's in a bad mood because maybe she had to take an Uber, and so yeah. But thank you, Guillermo. I think if this is let me see. Northwest Freeway. Yep, this is what I just dropped off right now. So put that in the pocket. Thank you, appreciate that. And which will probably be the best way. Well, actually, I can make a left turn and go down Edgebrook and go all the way down to hit 290. Let me see. Getting tired, man. Getting tired. Now, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a cat. Thought it was a chupacabra. It was a big ass white cat, though. Anyways, yeah, might be a slow night. You guys ever how can I say this? When you know it's gonna be a slow night, when you guys know it's gonna be a slow night, and it's already 1, 2 o'clock, and your time to normally get off is, I don't know if I asked this question before. So hypothetically, because I know some of you guys are gung ho, super truckers as we like to call them. You guys like to stay out to 9 o'clock in the morning, but let's say your average time to come out is around 8 o'clock, and then you kill the apps around 6. Okay, 6 in the morning. So let's just say that it's a slow night. You're approaching 3 o'clock. And you know it's going to be a slow night. Do you go ahead and just you know what? It's going to be a slow night. There's no point in me. Because the best thing you can do is pull over, turn off your car, especially if it's a cool night. And that's if you're driving overnight. Okay? In the afternoon, you can't do that. Especially in the Texas heat. You can't sit there and just pull over. Maybe you can pull over in the shade or something like that, but it's still going to be hot. But do you surrender to the apps, so to speak? As well as say, you know what? Let me just save my gas, go back at it tomorrow, and do it that way. Sometimes I feel like to me that's probably a wise decision. You know what I'm saying? A wise decision. So to where, you know what, we came out, worked maybe half the night, and the 3 hours is not really going to make a big difference. Okay, you might add a couple of bucks here and there, but you know that there's going to be a slow period, okay, throughout the night, which is going to be that particular moment, all right, or time frame, to where, you know what, it is what it is. Let me just go ahead and save my gas for tomorrow night, rather than just sit there or go to a place where you just park, okay, when you can just go ahead and just cut out, head home early. All right. Do any of you guys ever have done that before, to where you just like, you know what, let me just save the gas? Okay, I know I have. But anyways, my Lord, I don't know why I'm so damn tired. Probably because it's been a slow night. Okay, some of these people, man, they're my drug, so to speak. You know, keep me rocking and rolling. They keep me on my toes. But when it's slow, man, yeah, it slowly eats at you. Okay. So let me go down the street, guys, and see what the night has in store for me, and go about it that way. Peace out, guys. All right, people, how's everybody doing today? Actually, Tuesday night, guys. Tuesday night. I don't know why this didn't show up, but this was my last ride for the night. Picked up at 1:12 and dropped them off like around 1:55, and then since I was pretty close to the house, I went ahead and just turned it in, guys. Turned it in because that was my plan anyways, because I had to head out early in the morning to go to San Antonio. So 6 hours total online for Tuesday night, and my numbers weren't that bad, guys. My numbers weren't that bad for the amount of time that I was online. But you know what? It was expected because, like I said, I wasn't planning to be out on a full night. But it was kind of slow, so but I can't complain. But yeah, this was my last night for my last ride for the night. So I picked them up at 1:12 and I dropped them off. 1:55. It was actually it was two guys. Two guys that I dropped off. One actually was a brother. It was two brothers. They were coming from a friend's house, and I dropped one guy off, and then the other one I went ahead and dropped them off down the road. And then I headed to the house. So, but yeah, this was my last ride for the night, guys. So, went ahead and just chimed in and let you guys know that.